Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the Chaos Lord. We have Aniketos. I really need to learn how to slow down read. Aniketos, I think. Spawning as the Farseer, we have Theodosios. Spawn as the Farseer, we have Jones, a much simpler name to pronounce. And spawn as the Warlock, we have VTech. Looks like for our loadout, of course, got the Chaos Marines pulling on out, Howling Banshees, Chaos Marines, and Howling Banshees. It is Chaos and Eldar versus Chaos and Eldar. The only difference between the two players is that there's a Chaos Lord and the Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Lord does find some volleys there onto the Farseer, and looks like it's going to make his advance now. Guardian Squad does fire a volley into the Chaos Lord. Now these two are fighting it out. Marines or Chaos Marine Squad advancing forward, getting some good hits down the Farseer. This Chaos Marine Squad is getting some rounds to the Farseer, and the Chaos Sorcerer does fall back. Doesn't look like he got a cast off the Chaos Sorcerer, has all 100 energy, so a bit of a shame there. And these forces are falling on back.
Your allies have claimed a requisition point.
Banshee's now advancing forward, trying to engage these heretics. Over here, do got these Chaos Marines now engaging the power generator. Another squad of Chaos Marines blown up by the Chaos Sorcerer. Usually we see extra heretics for him to steal the life of heretics to get more casts off, but I guess not this case. He may keep that one heretic squad for that energy battery, but two Chaos Marines will be deployed on out. Chaos Marines do fall back. I think they went a bit too far forward. They should be able to skip on out there.
We may yet triumph today. Your units
Howling Banshees do fall on back. Got these Chaos Marines and Chaos Lord advancing on forward. And the Guardian Squads will find the Guardian Squad. The Guardian Squad will get some good damage to the Guardian Squad, and only a couple of those models are actually firing back. So this is the Guardian Squad will force back the Guardian Squad right there, and we do have the Farseer here, very, very wounded. The Chaos Sorcerer should be able to stop her, and got pretty much no damage on the Chaos Marines. We've got now the Eternal War upgrade on the Chaos Marines, and Heavy Weapons team does get a good volley there on the Chaos Lord, but of course, now the Chaos Lord is also upgraded the Combine Flamer.
is slipping away.
Another heavy weapons team deployed out here, this time by the other Farseer. And now we've got the Chaos Havocs of being advancing forward with the nearby Chaos Heretics. Looks like the Chaos Sorcerer's gone for a pretty sizable tier 1 army. The Chaos Lord has still got a basic army. Chaos Lord does fall back there. Howling Banshees are quite low in health, but do force back the Chaos Marines, as well as getting a model. Aspect of strength has been upgraded on this Howling Banshee squad. Guardian 15 is still suppressed there and will be kind of melee by the Chaos Marines. Guardian squads here does force back the Chaos Marines, and now got the Chaos Sorcerer advancing on forward.
Who among you shall rise?
The Chaos Lord's now going for some Noise Marines. 3 generators here. No generators here, not even activated point. Chaos Sorcerers now, or Chaos Marines are falling back away from the Howling Banshees. We do get some good damage there. And we do got generators here and here. So blue has got their generators up. Red does not have them up just yet.
We have the advantage for now.
Got the Guardian Weapons team now advancing forward. We've got the Howling Banshees as well as the Farseer trying to get some good engagement there. Got now the Spirit Stones there, getting refueled on the Guardian Weapon team. Noise Marines do raise the volume, as well as the Farseer getting burned alive. Howling Banshees do fall back. We're seeing massive amounts of fire there, and now the Farseer's going to be tying up the Noise Marines up in melee. These forces are falling on back. The Farseer's not falling back at the moment, however. And it looks like the Noise Marines may be forced back relatively soon. Heavy Weapons team, Guardian Weapons team getting some good suppression there on the Tactical Marine or Chaos Marine squad. Guardian squad here does get forced on back. And now we've got the teleport forward by the Chaos Sorcerer. Does manage to escape the arc there, and the Guardian Weapons team does get suppressed as well. We have the Vestments of Warp upgrade. That gives the Chaos Sorcerer the teleport ability. And we got a ritual here for the Chaos Lord to help improve his melee capabilities. Let's get a good hit there onto the Guardian's Weapon team. Getting multiple knockbacks there, and now the Howling Bitch is going to try to sway them from being in the region. Noise Marines gains some great damage from the generator, so the Noise Marines did not fall back for and does get some gen bashing because of it. Chaos Sorcerer or Chaos Lord does go down to the Howling Banshee. Can be recovered by the Farseer, and now got tier 2 being researched by the Chaos Sorcerer. Fire drinks the build queue for the Farseer, no tier 2 on the Farseer and the Chaos Sorcerer. On the left side, we got the Howling Chaos Sorcerer receiving a bit of fire from the Guardian squad, and now got the Howling Banshees and Farseer advancing over from the flank. Chaos Sorcerer does teleport forward, tying up the Guardians from the team up in melee. Now receives some good damage there. Didn't get his cast off once again. Farseer now advancing on forward. We do have the Chaos Havoc receiving a bit of fire. Gets a good knockback there onto the Chaos Havoc squad. Guardians Weapon team does get some great damage on the Chaos Marines. It does force them back. Do not got the Chaos Havoc receiving quite a bit of fire there. Ooh, and the Havoc's... Oh, no, they're still one modeled up the Havoc. Chaos Marines get fallbacks as well. They're about to get wiped out. And we'll see some good melee hits there from the Farseer and does lose that Chaos Marine squad. Tier 2 not being researched by the Chaos Lord, or he was getting that either way.
Our temple's dark majesty grows with our power.
Aniketos advancing on forward, trying to gauge these forces. Does detonate one of the models there on top of the Howling Banshees. Guardians now firing waves and bursts there, and we've got the Howling Banshees falling back as well. Good hit there. And now the Chaos Marines or Guardian Squad is falling back. Fire Dragons does get some good damage there. Now we do have the Chaos Havoc. Now we're seeing a bit of fire from the Guardian Squad here. Fire Dragons out of range, being upgraded to the X-Arc now. The Guardians Weapon team is being knocked around as well. Carriers are advancing forward, trying to get some good damage there on these forces. Sorcerers see a bit of fire there. Lone energy as well. Great special attack there by the Farseer, knocking him back. Havoc now eyeing for these forces, does suppress the Guardian's Weapon team, and now the Fire Dragon is also suppressed as well. Eric's charging him forward, trying to get some good damage there, and in the center we've got the Farseer engaged by the Howling Banshees. And there's right now 3 Havoc squads pulled out by the Chaos Sorcerer as well. The Farseer does fall back with very minimal health. Howling Banshees do force back the Howling Banshees. One is actually not upgraded the Aspect Strength just yet. The blue one is. The red one does have Aspect Strength, and now got the Guardian Weapon team getting overwhelmed. Noise Marines getting some hits there onto the power generator. Now got the extra Archstark being employed on out, forcing back the the Noise Marines causing displays. Great knockback there from the Noise Marines there, but also the Chaos Lord can't be knocked back by it, so that's a great combination right there on the Chaos Lord, getting lots of free damage there. Does jump on in, gets some health right there, but the Archstark's power to go down. Archstark's down to 15-3, 0 health. Noise Marines receive a bit of suppression there from the heavy weapons team there. Guardian Squad does fall back, and the Guardian Squad will escape out of there with as little as 1 health remaining. Banshees now charging on forward after shouting. Now we do got these. Banshees does receive a detonation there from the Heretic Sword before the Farseer's almost gone down once again. Ruin Armor is being upgraded for the Farseer as well, and the Farseer does manage to stay on up for the time being. She may just use Spirit Stones on herself to get some health regen. Over here, we do have Power Drifters going down from blue. Riz now advancing forward and does fall back to this Chaos Sorcerer. Tier 2 now the build queue for the Chaos Sorcerer, while the Chaos Lord is going straight for Tier 3. At this point in time, a Predator tank would not be half bad. Fighting against a lot of Havocs though, so chances for some Lascans wouldn't be very likely, so maybe not a Predator, probably just go straight for Terminators. Havoc Squad does receive a bit of fire on the tree path, does receive suppression there. Another Archer Truck being pulled on out, this time from the other player. And now this Havoc Squad does fall back, so all Havocs are falling back. Chaos Force is being pushed back on the front line. Norse Marines does get some good damage there onto the Howling Banshees there. Now we do have, looks like the gravity field being deployed out there, the levitation field I should say. Which does miss all those models there, and the Farseer does fall back. Howling Banshees do not get wiped there. They're falling back themselves now. Archshark does get forced back there. Got two Fire Dragons here. Fire Dragons, of course, an excellent anti-everything squad. You got now the Chaos Sorcerer getting suppressed right there. Trying to destroy these power generators. Very, very nice. Or, no, he actually got that captured, and now they're trying to recapture it. Does get the point deactivated. Trying to be recaptured up by the Guardian team now. Well, they're trying to make their way forward, but it looks like they just simply can't get in the range. Guardian's Weapon Squad does fall, or Guardian Squad does fall back there from the Heretics. We got still the Noise Marine still alive. And now the Sorcerer does fall back as well. You got the Devastator sitting on up, getting some great volleys down the Guardian's Weapon team. Guardian's Weapon team's about ready to go get wiped out. Falling back now. Down to 10 health, 5 health, 2 health, 1 health. 1 health remaining, does survive. Havoc does get some suppression there, and does force back those Guardian's Weapon team. You now have Chaos Turn not allowed by the Chaos Sorcerer. He does not have any Heretics anymore, so he doesn't have access to repairs. Over here, we got the Howling Banshees moving around. We got these Heretics making their way back down south. Guardian Weapon Squad sitting on up. It's also triple capture of favor of blue. Now they both have 280 tickets at the moment, and does get detonation there, but far too early. Now do have some Terminators on the field. I think Terminators are good ideas. They're not only a teleport infantry unit, but they can't receive any potential las cannon fire from all those Havocs. We do now have the what's called Fire Dragon's Paint Sport gets some great damage there on the Chaos Dreadnought. And the Havoc Squad does get knocked back there. Howling Banshees do have an anti-vehicle melee. Does pick up the Havoc there. And does teleport it away thanks to the Warp's Chaos Sorcerer's Vestments of Warp, saving the Dreadnought from death. Just got that power generator right there. We got the power point. Now the power generators are under fire once again. Red's the Farseer for Red's knocked for tier 3. Bonnie's got out Fire Prism at this point in time. Serial Council wouldn't be Serial Council wouldn't be bad at this moment either. And immediately deploys out with Red Point's Serial Council. Now eventually try and tie out these Terminators up in melee. Serial Council advance forward. Does get a nice knockback wave there from the Noise Marines. Now got the levitation field being deployed on out, trying to get these guys stunned and knocked back. Of course, the Terminators do fall back, or knocked back. And when the Terminator models do go down, I think the Terminators do teleport away. Try and engage at range. Heretics do detonate one of the models there, needs to fall back entirely. Now got the Psychic Storm ability being utilized there, takes out the Heretic Squad. Chaos Marines have been upgraded with the Marcus Zinch, giving them plasma guns. At this point in time, against those Secret Council, you may want to go for Lightning Claw upgrade onto the Chaos Terminators. Another Dreadnought being pulled out by the Chaos Sorcerer. Upon seeing that, the Chaos Lord may want to go for a Las Cannon Predator.
A new position point claimed by your allies.
Banshees do fall back with the Seer Council and Farseer. Guardians Weapon Team is receiving a bit of fire from the Guardian Squad, but neither side is really actually engaged each other, more or less just capturing each other's points. Guardians Weapons Team does fall back at the 2 Fire Dragons here and the Farseer and the Archtarch, but it does do a full retreat there. It doesn't want to deal with the Seer Council at the moment.
Your allies' generator is under attack.
Oh, looks like I lost a lot of frames once again. Not sure what caused that. My apologies. Down south, we've got the Chaos Lord try and charge, hit that Guardians Weapon Team. Do now have a Fire Prism being pulled on out. Now got the second Storm being pulled out, getting some great damage right there. Havoc gains a good suppression now. The Archtarch got these forces falling on back. And now the Archtarch does fall back. With 2 Chaos Predators there, that's quite a bit of force. Guardian Weapon Team is now advancing on forward. We've got these Chaos Forces advancing on forward. There may need to be a Bright Lance here. Fire Prism being pulled out by the red Farseer. The blue Farseer is now going for tier 3. And overall, red does not have a proper counter, I would say, to these Dreadnoughts at the moment. The Fire Dragons are pretty good. They may have a bit of trouble though. These forces make their flank. Got the War Maul, the Blood Maul upgrade for the Chaos Lord. These forces are getting suppressed by the Guardians Weapon Team, as well as a shout onto these forces, creating more and more suppression there. With the Levitation Field there on the Howling Banshees. These forces are receiving a bit of fire. These Chaos Hermes getting into melee against those Chaos Dreadnoughts. And you also got the Fire Prism pulled on the field, and the Chaos Lord is falling back. A lot of defensive placements getting some good suppression on these forces, going to do some good damage onto them. Red is making a little bit cocky right now. Blue was actually doing quite well this entire game. I'm not so sure what exactly happened. No Bright Lance. I don't think they provide a proper counter for those Dreadnoughts at the moment. Archtarch received a bit of suppression there thanks to that Havoc. He has a good firing line there. Seer Council, Howling Banshees, and Farseer advancing forward. Does use the knockback barrage there. Knockback wave. Does force back these melee units. Great one mold smash there. Fire Dragons advancing forward, trying to get some good hits there on those Fire Prism. Gets some good damage there. Got the second Storm being pulled out by the Farseer. The Chaos Force does teleport forward, doesn't use his cast yet at the moment. Chaos Hermes getting some good damage there, force back the Farseer. The Heavy Weapons Team does fall back, but still not a Bright Lance. Chaos Force are now advancing forward. This Fire Dragon has received, Fire Prism does receive repairs from the Guardian Squad. Now we've got a Chaos Predator being pulled out. It needs to be an upgrade to the last cannon Predator as soon as possible.
Your forces obey you.
Got the Blastmaster upgrade right there. He needs the last cannon, the Marcus Zinch upgrade onto this Chaos Predator as soon as possible. Guardians Weapon Team needs great damage there. Red, blue trying to recapture this point. And his force does fall back. Now there's the Marcus Zinch upgrade now.
You let allies conquer victory points for you.
We now have a Zinch Shrine here, getting some good camouflage here, as was a ritual. Marcus Zinch Predator tank now on the field, which should be very effective for these vehicles. And now the Farseer is going for a Fire Prism.
Those who resist the dark gods are blind.
Receiving modify there. There goes that. Archshark does knock back those forces. And now we've got the Terminators and the Chaos Lord advance forward. They are going to recapture that point. We do have a defensive guarding weapon team here. Very nice. If you don't feel like you can push forward with it, might as well just set up onto a VP to make sure it stays captured. Blue's trying to recapture that point. The Chaos Predators or Dreadnoughts will have trouble versus the Chaos Predator. Now Blue does have capture in the favor. Briefly a double capture. This one is being recaptured up. Back on the Blood Dragons, getting some great damage there onto the Chaos Dreadnought. And the Chaos Dreadnought down to 1 health remaining. It does teleport away. He did not properly retarget to that one. 1 health remaining, Chaos Dreadnought. Oof. Now we do got, looks like the Elder Storm being cast on there. And we do got 1 Chaos Predator going on down, or the Fire Priest going down. The Chaos Predator has gone down as well. The Galaxy Burn has been activated. That, what's it called? That Eldritch Storm did not do all too lot. Oh, somebody dropped. I'm not sure who dropped. Jones says he dropped. Aniketos says he made a note there as well. I'm not sure if it was Theodosios or Vitek, so it looks like one of the players may have dropped. Bit of shame that. It may be not. Could be this player there. Maybe he bug splat with that Eldritch Storm. Chaos Predator does get a good special attack there. We do have the Rod of Warfire there. Shark does fall back. It does get a good hit on his own forces there. Fire Person does find a good hit there onto there. I don't think it's Theodosios drop. I think it may have been the Chaos Sorcerer that may have dropped. Direct hit there on the Howling Banshees. And now the Noise Marines are going to be tied up in melee from the Farseer. But we do, of course, got the Chaos Lord here. Got also the Demonic Vestige. Levitation Field does come forward, getting the Noise Marines as well as the Chaos Lord. Chaos Terminators have been upgraded with the Auto Cannon. And this Farseer does receive a bit of fire there. Now the Sierra Council getting ripping apart the Terminators. Terminators are not exactly responding, so maybe it was this player that backed out of the game? I don't think so though. I think that one I know he's actually still in the game. Blood Maul does come connect, does teleport away. Sierra Council is now falling back. We got a Heretic squad here, maybe for repairs, maybe just for rituals. And now we do have the Guardian squad does fall back. You have this Havoc squad advancing forward. It has been upgraded the last cannon, the Marcus Zinch. Though the Fire Dragons should be able to capture this point, no problem. Based on this movement of this squad, it had been this player that may have been DC'd. It could have been from the Bug Slap from the Eldritch Storm, likely. And now, Blue's winning VPs quite handily, so it must have been the Chaos Sorcerer that was forced out of the game. Yeah, he was doing fine, so I think it was a bug splat based on what I saw. By the way, this is Aniketos saying thanks for watching and on to the next replay.